You are listening to Season 2 of The Diary of a Wannabe Writer, the short and often daily podcast in which I chronicle my life and attempt to be a writer by writing daily. Sometimes. Hello, today is Friday the 14th of February 2025. And you are listening to The Diary of a Wannabe Writer. It's Valentine's Day today, I've just realised. Didn't get any cards. Well, actually, I don't know if I did because I'm not at home. But I wasn't expecting any, so I won't be bitter when I get back home in a week and find an empty mat apart from some Lego sets that I've ordered and some magazines and bills, yeah. Now, I ordered a few Lego sets off eBay. There's a few old it's cheap ones. It's all like ones that I had as a kid. I found a few that I'd forgotten I had, and I'd never bought them during my big Lego binge a few years back. That was more than a few years back. God, it was nearly 10 years ago, probably more than that. No, it was before I worked for the airline. So, it was a long time ago. I basically tore my Achilles tendon and got bored, but had some money. So I just basically bought, over several months, a lot of the old Lego sets that I used to have when I was a kid, all the space Lego sets, which I still absolutely adore. I think they're wonderful. So I bought a big hardback book, which is basically the history of space Lego from 1979 up till I'm not quite sure when, but it covers the era that I was interested in and that I had toys from as a kid, and I found a few that I had forgotten I had, so I found them on eBay. And in fact, as I record this, they will be through my letterbox. The other thing, I'm so tired. It's been a long day. Because although it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon UK time as I record this, I'm in Singapore and it's 9 o'clock at night. It's 9:07 to be precise, PM, and it feels like it because basically I've been awake since yesterday. So I got up in the morning, packed, and then went back to bed. And I think I slept for a few more hours till about midday. And then at midday, as much as I wanted to sleep, my brain just went, so I really didn't. I dozed and I tried, but it just didn't happen. So I left home at about 4:30. And then got to the airport at about 6:30, is that right? No, it was a bit before then. But there was some unusually bad traffic on the way. I was still there in plenty of time. And then, had really nice flight, nice colleagues. This particular trip I'm on, I've done this before on the podcast, I'm pretty sure. It's a long old trip. So it's Friday today, Friday the 14th. Today we arrived in Singapore today. We leave Singapore for Sydney on the 16th. We arrive in Sydney on the 17th. We leave Sydney on the 18th and arrive in Singapore on the 18th. And then we get 2 more nights in Singapore, leave on the 20th and arrive home in the wee small hours of the 21st. I don't know why I did that in a horrible... No, the Scottish accent isn't horrible. What I did to it was horrible. Did do a little bit of writing. So there was a little bit of time on the flight where all the customers were asleep, and so there's things I have to do every 30 minutes, which I did. And in the meantime, I sat and wrote. It wasn't a huge amount, but I expanded on. I think I remember mentioning that there was a scene with Ronnie and Adrian that I just wanted to show how much he was invested in their future as well. I kind of wanted to show that they both really like each other. It's not one way, and it's not guilt because she's pregnant. There is a genuine something there. So I tweaked that scene a little bit and then wrote a lot of the next one. And it's quite nice because it's going organically now. It's not going particularly to a plan. The only thing I've kind of set myself as a goal for this chapter is to let everybody know what's happened to all of the main characters since the last chapter, since the apocalypse kind of end of the world type thing, and also within these chapters I need to show what the new world is like, how it works, that kind of thing. Excuse me. And I think excuse me, I think I'm going to do that absolutely fine. So I've now got Ronnie and Adrian are going to see Marianne. It's the first time Ronnie's seen her since she woke from her hibernation, and Marianne's not in a good place. They've really struggled to find find their fit in this new society. They're worried that people think they're a bit odd and don't really contribute, despite the fact that she is an excellent baker and actually is running a little local bakery that everybody loves. She can't see, it's a non-binary character, but when I created them, they were she, and it was later on I decided that I would be more interesting if they were non-binary, and occasionally I still drop a she bomb because I do occasionally think of her, them as she. Anyway, so Marianne is having lots of issues in this new world, finding their feet, finding their place in it, the people. Ronnie's just been woken from hibernation, but some of the other characters have been around for a while, and Carruthers sort of just makes some offhand comment. Well, I'd be a bit disappointed if she offed herself, kind of thing. And like Ronnie's like, what is that? No, she wouldn't. They wouldn't. No, what? And so, as soon as they're allowed out of, they're not in hospital. Sorry, as soon as Ronnie's allowed out, she's not in hospital, but as soon as she's allowed to leave the place where they've just checked she's okay after the hibernation, the next thing she's going to do is go and see Marianne and check that they're all right. And during the walk from the hospital-ish facility, it's not really a hospital, but the healthcare type place to Marianne's, they're going to walk through this village, and Adrian's going to show, oh, this is there, that happens there, oh, that through there, that's the fields that I'm operating. Yeah, the potatoes are coming and all that kind of stuff. So, just to show how it works. And I think once I've done that, I think the original epilogue will work fine as the next and final chapter. So yeah, we're sort of where we need to be. I didn't get as much written today as I'd hoped, but I was working, so I was lucky to write anything at all, to be honest. So that's me for today. Thank you very much for listening. Tomorrow my plan is to wander around the Singapore Botanical Gardens with my lovely DSLR and try and get some pictures of wildlife and animals and things, and just see what I can do. I've even bought Factor 50 for it because I'm rubbish at putting on suntan lotion, and I'd like to spend, last time I did this, spent some time in the Singapore Botanic Gardens, I took two of my favourite ever photographs I've ever taken, and I could have taken a lot more if I'd had the time. So there was a turtle bobbing around, and if I'd waited, eventually I would have got the shot I wanted, but I wasn't. It's not that I wasn't patient enough to wait, I didn't have time because I went on the day we were due to go home. So tomorrow it's my full day in Singapore. Obviously I've got another full day in Singapore later on, plus we've got two quite long days, so we don't fly until the sort of evening of the 16th. But no, tomorrow is going to be my day at the Botanical Gardens and try and get some lovely pictures. Right, that's me done. Sorry for waffling on again. I also plan, once I've done the Botanical Gardens, to get some writing done, see if I can get closer to the end of this chapter. Anyway, thank you for listening. I'll be back, still in Singapore, tomorrow. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.
You have been listening to The Diary of a Wannabe Writer. For more information about what I'm writing, go to linktr.ee/Richard Writes, capital R, capital W, where you can find details of my website and social media. I may see you there.